Hello there, welcome to another video here on the channel. I've got a game that was sent here by Granuli, which is a low inter 2v2 here. So between Granuli, Hero, Frost and Attack, so getting into it. Game's a little bit loud on my end. We've got Granuli here in the Green Rebel Alliance and his teammate will be Hero here in the Teal Black Sun. And across the river here we're going to have Frost in the Yellow Galactic Empire and then Attack here in the Red Royal Naboo. And the map's called Alzoc III, so the third Alzoc. And in the centre, as you'll notice, there's a lot of Nova up for grabs. It might not come down to that though, because, you know, could be all sorts of aggression before there. But if they go into the late game, there's a lot of Nova that they can grab up. And there's a good amount of fish in the river as well, if you want to get like a shipyard down and get some extra workers out with the trawlers. Could be very good. In terms of the crossings, there are 2 crossings here. I've seen some of the 1v1 versions of this map, so only had like maybe 1 crossing or so. And it's kind of like ice, so you can't really like wall the crossing, you got to go like round the edge here, I think. Like some light walls and stuff. So maybe that deters people and you get a bit more early aggression. In terms of this map, in terms of the food, we've got a lot of nerfs, so there's nurseries already down and there's some dewbacks and stuff, and it looks pretty prime for early mountie aggression. You can be very efficient with your worker distribution, having the food from the nerfs and then just a few on the dewbacks if you wanted. If you want to have maybe more of these workers onto carbon early so that you could get that infrastructure up quicker, like your power core and your troop center. But there should be plenty of food for them to just go for fast T2s as well, and then maybe think about fast tech level 3. Really depends how their opponents open and if they can maybe get some walling down. Some extra berries over here. If they're like meant to be his normal, no, extra berries. He's got these berries over here on the hill. So I don't really see any indication of what anyone wants to do yet. I would assume that Frost over there isn't going to be going for mounties, having dropped the carbon on a food processor. I wonder what's going on with Frost here, because seeing all this lure now, you would really want to grab the lure first just because it's so much more efficient on the worker distribution. By comparison, you only need about like 5 workers on a huntable animal, but you probably want about 7 to 8 on berries. So having the extra workers when you don't have a lot of workers is really good if you want to do things like get your carbon production up quicker and then go into some sort of aggression. One worker on the carbon here. These guys need to get the memo that they got a carbon processor and get stuck into those trees. Not seeing any early troop centers as of yet for anyone. It's looking pretty standard so far. Frost certainly putting a lot on carbon now after getting his berry cell. But yeah, no walls, no aggression yet. No, nothing. Just eating dewbacks and stuff. Well, there's a troop center for Hero. Have a quick look at Hero's. It's almost got enough carbon for his power core. They've got his 2 mounties queued up already, but they will build just very slowly without power. But he should get like a good percentage of it out before the power core drops. He's actually got more than enough for it for a little while here. He's having a bit of a moment. A little bit distracted by something. The other side of things, Attack's gotten his troop center down as well. I think a lot of people have got like the carbon for troop centers and they don't really have a need to put the carbon into anything else. It's been getting dropped down a little bit quicker than it normally would. But they're still like, in terms of attacks build, lots of workers on food. Not really prioritising getting the carbon or anything like that. But he's at least halfway there to defend these mounties that are going to be coming his way. Granuli on the other hand, he's got a troop center too, no power core as of yet. He's had a lot of workers on food, just like Attack has had. And then Frost is, he'd probably be the worst off getting mounted right now, but he's safe and sound for the moment. The power core is just dropped now for Granuli. And Mountie must have been like almost finished by the time that power core came. It's out very quickly, running across. Too sure what Hero's been doing with his mounties. He seems to be like building them up, which I'm not really a fan of when his opponent's got like the troop centre. Better to just get them on your opponent as soon as possible and start forcing mistakes earlier into the game. The longer you wait, the longer, well, the more resources they might have to play with to defend it. And first Mountie here going to be coming into Frost space and knocking some of these workers off the berries, but it's not too far for them to run to the command centre. You can see troop centre going to be getting dropped immediately here as a response from Frost, and unfortunately losing that worker to the dewback there. It's some of the things that can happen when you're dealing with this, little mistakes start to pile up. And these Mounties going to run in. Attack only has one trooper recruit though, and Hero could just dive down and take this. This is exactly what you would want when you're mounting, and you can get the next one as well. Because Attack's just not built them up together. A little bit of missed micro there from Hero, but he still should clean that up, and he's going to get another one. This is exactly what you don't want to do. You want to throw them in one at a time. And Hero kind of misplayed, but he could have killed that other trooper recruit as well. And then really just ramp the pressure on. And then as soon as he gets to about maybe like 5 Mounties or so, it's going to be really disastrous. You can see Frost has gotten a power core up, and he's trying to get the turret here as well, just to guarantee this area. And then he should be safe against these Mounties going forward. However, you can see that Granuli is going to get very far ahead here. He's got rebels, going to start farming, get that rebel farm bonus. Got his 2 tech buildings down, and should have all that extra food as well from all the dewbacks and the nurse sticking away. And you could really just sell his ore if you wanted, or sell some carbon, something like that to get the Nova that he needs to tech up to T3. Here on the other hand, still running circles around attack space here, but he does have some troops out, and he does have a turret now to guarantee his carbon. Let's see, these Mounties going to try and take down these troopers, but they shouldn't win. They might if Attack doesn't micro though. If he kites, he kind of just wins this for free. Not sure what this Mountie's up to. It's gotten stuck in the tree line, and so is this one. Very well camouflaged here. This is some elite mind games I'll never understand going on right now. Now, we can see here on his way to T2. Attack's definitely already T2. Nearly on the way to T3. And Frost trying to get there. Got one of the buildings down. We're going to need the second one as well. He does sort of have the resources for it, but just needs those tech buildings. And you can see the red eyes and the minimap still sitting here. And Hero trying to take some more trooper trades here. Just being annoying to these workers. Keeping Attack in his base from counter-attacking them. Though he could have counter-attacked a little while ago, but it just seems like he completely forgot about it. And Frost almost got that second building now. A couple of troopers Granuli's way, but Granuli will be T3 very soon. 95% of the way there. Only a few workers on Nova. Maybe going to be queuing up some strike mechs, I don't know. I'm going to go double airbase. Probably use a few more workers on Nova. Getting that Nova beam drill mining, but you can only really want that if you got like 6 or so on it. 3 is a bit low. Maybe some of these workers can make their way over there. I want to open up some space around this Nova processor as well. Looks like the Mounties have been unleashed. Cause a little bit of disruption, but there are troops on hand to clean these up. They don't have the range, but shouldn't need it too much against Mounties here. And you're going to have double fight. Oh, going to make a bomber. Interesting choice. Not sure about the bomber so quickly. I think I'd at the very least go for 3 to 4 fighters first and then go for the bomber. That way you use your fighters to guarantee you've sort of got control of your opponent's base, and then the bomber can maybe kill their power core or something. And the fighter's going to go across here and start exploring now, but it's given Frost a lot of time to get some anti-air troopers out. And Mountie from Attack just being really annoying, coming and cross-mapping Granuli right now. Not really going to do much though. Really not paying attention. Oh, he does. He pulls it away there. But the bomber, again, they're going to feel a bit useless right here, right now. As it was only one troop centre building out these anti-air troopers, and a little bit late to be honest, so I think if Bernoulli went just pure fighters and went on top of them as soon as possible, he would have gotten a lot more damage. The other side of things, we've got a hero here making a play. Does have that range on his troopers now. He's coming in and sort of pinning down this north part of attack space, but pretty much almost everything he's got here is on this side. And definitely wants to close this wall up, there he does. Hopefully no gaps there, I don't think there is, given the pathing that these guys have just chosen, straight towards the command centre and the turret. And a little bit of a killing field here, don't want to walk in there really. That should really put an end to Hero's aggression, but attack will lose access to his berries. And Hero can definitely afford just going up to T3 right now. A second building dropping, his economy looking pretty good here. Attack almost T3 though, so he's been cutting a few corners here. He didn't build up as much troops as Hero did. He has some anti-air troopers and stuff. He's maybe worried about Bernoulli coming over. Not too sure. But he certainly doesn't need them right now, and they maybe feel like wasted resources for the moment. I want to see if attack can make use of this advantage, of which he is T3 and Hero is not. Could get a fighter out here, clean up these troopers for free. Gonna be going for double airbase here with a power droid to come and give power to the second one, because can't really fit that in. Gonna maybe go on it here. And just delete these prefabs later. And Frost's playing pretty passive here. Second command center, just chilling in his base. He's got the Sith Temple out here, maybe looking to get some holocrons. Really, on the other hand, making some strike mechs and still making those fighters. Ruffin's looking a little bit quiet so far, but in fact, just to contradict me here, Bernoulli is going to be launching an attack. He's got the strike mechs to try and kill off some of these anti-air troopers, but there is a turret there. And Frost looking pretty safe and sound here from this aggression, but might want to get himself a mech destroyer here. Have a quick look to see if he's got one building. No, he doesn't. A little bit cocky. Relying on the Sith Apprentice. Not the best unit against strike mechs. They do lack upgrades though. And turret could do some decent damage here. Between the turret and the Padawan, it could deal these a little bit. Oh, he did make that mech destroyer now. So that should definitely put an end to all of that. The other side of things now, we can see attack is rallying some air across into the centre. Up to about 4 fighters or so. He never really caught all these troopers though, they're still looming ominously, but he hasn't really opened up his wall or anything like that or tried to expand outwards. So no opportunities for those troopers at the moment. Really maybe looking to cut some corners in T4, not too sure what he's up to here. A lot of Nova. Food not. I'm gonna go for the third CC. Got myself housed for a little bit there. And we can see attack launching an attack into Hero's base here, but he does have a lot of anti-air troopers standing by. And he has T3 now. Looks like he's building a turret there, just hidden. Attack not really getting much damage here with the fighters. But what he is doing is mostly keeping Hero in his base from annoying him. He has sent a couple of strike mechs over and maybe try and find some angles here. Get one behind the carbon. Could be really annoying. Attack gonna get a couple of workers here now though, at the Nova. After doing a bit of a ring around the rosy in the base here with the anti-air troopers. The other side of things, it looks like we got Bernoulli going to be going for forward maybe here. He's been on the ore, almost up to about that 550 that you would need. And fighters there to sort of guarantee the units. There's one strike mech out that could prove a little bit annoying, but oh, he's going to pick up this nice hill on the Nova here. Well, that's going to be quite good, to be honest, because you could be encroaching on the Nova pile as well from this position. Can't really go into like artillery the same though as rebels, but you can see Attack trying to expand out with his borders here, but the strike mechs are just going to kill these workers off because the fighters do not have the DPS to police them. Those little double beam attacks that are just a visual thing. Could be pushing those workers completely away. And it looks like 5 workers died just in the process of trying to build that as well. Those troopers still sitting on that hill. We're only going to get this fortress up. Frost maybe going to have to find a different route for that Padawan with the holocron. And I wonder how Granulia will follow this up if we maybe go for a quick T4 and cannons and then maybe into repeater troopers or something like that. It's a lot of pressure for Frost to deal with here when he's sort of trying to boom. And these strike mechs got into a really annoying position. Does have the mech destroyers out that could maybe come and chase them away though. And Troop Center are going to be going down here. Here on the other hand, just 2C, still rallying some strike mechs and stuff. Attack maybe needs to watch for this position. He wants to get himself a fortress down here or something. Make it a lot more difficult for Hero to cause him problems. So it almost looks like Granulia and Hero just want to forward their opponents in this 2v2 and keep them in their base. Make sure it just stays as 2 little 1v1s. And the Wampa working for Frost here. It's an ice planet, his home turf. Slapping those workers, but he's got a shield, he's going to be okay. A little bit of a trade here. Hero does have the hill, but you know, there's a diverse army here with mech destroyers and air. You can't really shoot up with his units here, so you're just going to try and run past them. Gets a bit stuck there though against the ore. And a little bit of a disaster here for Hero, as he's going to lose a lot of his presence on the attack side of the map here. And Granulia going to be heading off to tech level 4. Getting a couple of troopers here to improve the beams being fired by the fortress. And if he can get himself to T4 first, he can get those cannons out. Frost looks like he has the same plan, but just like before with T3, he's just a little bit behind Granulia here. He is cleaning up these units with his mech destroyer that's just completely being ignored by the fortress because the fortress is shooting the other fortress. Frost doesn't want to lose access to his ore here. Help him build more shields and forts and stuff. See, here we're going to be building a wall after everything that happened there. Wampus have found a new victim. And the Battle of the Fortresses is still ongoing. Really should be about halfway, just over halfway at T4. Once the cannons come out, that will change everything. And Frost will need to find an answer for that. Air moving at bomber speed here. This Night Sister Initiate have been sitting here with a holo for a little while. Bombers would be annoying if they're just like killing off his prefabs or something. Like a lot more eco here for Hero than Attack has. It's up to 4 command centers right now. It just doesn't seem to have like a lot of farms. You only want to make a lot of farms as Naboo if you're getting those upgrades for free at the time being, the current balance of the game. The Naboo, the tech levels are your friends. I want to get to that T4 and get those air and those Jedi out. See, attack still moving at bomber speed. He's going to sneak up into this area where there isn't any anti-air, but Grenouille does have his own air force here. But he's maybe waiting for that fast fighter upgrade. To be honest, he's probably not paying attention right now because he's losing the workers, but he could garrison them and just wait for that. He's leaving his base. That's devastating. He's going to be pulling back now. He's indecisive. Is the attack going to be building his own wall here? A little bit of a stalemate on this side. Grenouille is T4, does have this cannon out, and you can see that these units have been sort of thrown out towards it. Now, the Dark Trooper is doing absolutely like negative. He's probably healing the cannon right now, but the Mech Destroyer is doing quite well, flanking from 2 angles. Frost just repairing the fortress in the meantime. Could maybe use a few more Mech Destroyers though, just so he's got that like good clump of them. It's a standing force to come in. Doesn't want to lose these. Going to lose them in a few beams. Down they go. And that's going to be tricky for him with the T4 air. He's got the shields now. He can come in and cull a lot of the workers, and a lot of the workers are kind of out of position because of everything that's going on at the front. They're sort of leaning into the back of the base, and the command centers are all very huddled together at the moment. They're like eggs in a nest, rather than sprawled out to provide good garrison cover. So we will see a lot of workers dying here for Frost at the moment. He's very likely trying to get that. Nope, nope. Isn't even getting the turret upgrade. Can't afford it at the moment. It's just 5 over off of it. Probably good if he was getting it though. Just so this doesn't go on for too long, because he could get camped in his command centers while the front of his base gets peppered down by cannons. Cannons v cannons, but the air could come over and kill Frost's cannon very, very quickly. And what about second walls, says attack here. I'm finally going to see these troopers do something. They've been sitting on this hill for a while. They're going to roam in here. He does see it though. Not sure where his fighters are at. Maybe he didn't rebuild any of them after attacking Grenouille. These troopers are just going to walk away. They tried, they failed, and maybe going to go back where they came from. Or find an angle over here. A couple of fighters out now though if they go off and kill them for free. Heavy troopers can't look up. They'll just die here, gunned down in the streets. And Frost is gonna just call it there. He's not really come up with an answer for this. He lost too many workers to the air. Couldn't reinforce his position here. Get enough cannons out, or have enough Mech Destroyers to clean up the enemy cannons. He's kind of just dead. And the other side of things, Hero and Attack kind of just having that stalemate now, but with Frost leaving, Grenouille is going to be free to come and start influencing things on this side, and as you can see, Attack still tech level 3. Oh, it does hit T4, but not sure how well he's going to manage 2v1 here. He doesn't have the strongest economy. And the scores certainly tell a story as well, with both Hero and Grenouille far ahead of Attack here. They're going to come in. He does have some anti-air troopers, some fighters here. It's not a lot of fighters. They are just fast. Does have the armor though, on top of the shields. And starting to see the sort of worker dance here, trying to garrison everything. Do a fast fighter on the way and shields here for Attack, but not enough room in the inn for these workers. Who are also going to be gunned down in the street. And yeah, I don't really see an out here for attack. There's going to be a lot of units at his door, providing they can just get through this wall. And then you can see maybe Mounties rallied here from Bernoulli, and then the fighters as well. And right now, a lot of attacks workers are just hiding in the command centres, so he's not even getting that income right now. A couple more workers going down there. The upgrade should be on the way. Fast fighters in, shields almost done. But realistically, what's he going to get done here? A lot of economy here for Bernoulli. And probably even more here for Hero now as well. As he's fully upgraded this force. Got his +4 damage on the repeaters here. Got a few colossal gladiator droids as well. I'm going to start trying to go through this medium wall. And quite a good amount of damage from the gladiator droids here. The wall went down pretty quick. A little bit of friendly fire though, I think, on some stars or some anti-air. I think it was the anti-air mobiles here. Since he clicked attack on the wall, they don't really have an attack, so they just walk up to it. Like absolute Waziks. Cannon on the way, but probably not needed here. It'd help if they all hit the same wall though. Attack trying to do another wall. Probably going to go down just as quick as the last one though. What attack could use is maybe some shields and another fortress. And some Master's Plate in Naboo's strength. But I don't think he's really got enough of anything really. Not sure what Bernoulli's up to here after his air raiding. It's like he's maybe trying to let them fight, but you know, he did just come in like raid attack, so like doesn't really make much difference. The damage is kind of already done. Attack, we probably need like an air cruiser to push this army away. Attack on his shield walls. A shame Frost quit so quickly. I think if he just upgraded his turrets and boomed back a little bit more, he could have held for a bit longer. Then maybe attack could have helped him out. Or some like T4 air or something like that. A lot of friendly fire. And yeah, I'm not really seeing anything, so it's probably going to be the end of the game here, I think. Some air trying to kill off some workers, but it's a drop in the ocean with how much economy Heroes built up during all this time. It's not going to be enough, and it's not going to affect things here at home. These cannons now are going to be hitting the walls. They deal with shield walls fairly quickly. And you can see that DPS from the repeaters on the command center. Kill command centers fairly quick. CC down. Hero has made it through the wall. Attack space is breached. And the fighter is obviously not going to be able to harass so many workers in such a small number. Some emotional support cannons from Bernoulli on their way to help Hero out here. These attackers and an assault mech. We'll get a good shot. Alright, but look at that damage from the gladiators. Just seem to do some good generic damage to everything. And some bulky, tanky boys, and when you think you've killed one, nope, they get back up. awkward unit to deal with. And some workers getting picked off here. And attack gonna resign there. Well, GG, well played, all involved. And I hope you liked the content. If you want to see more from the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow, gets out to more people, and we try to funnel everyone into our GBG Discord, which you'll find the invite link down below in the description. You'll find one for Expanding Fronts, which is the mod for this as well. That's just where the developers sort of hang out and answer questions, take feedback and bug stuff. And if you want to help the channel out in another way, there's a PayPal link down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye bye.